Hey guys, it's Mythos Gamer. Welcome back to turn number 5 of our first game using the King in Yellow expansion. Before we get started, we're going to do a quick overview of Arkham. Here's our downtown area. We have a ghoul and a witch in the downtown streets, and a gate to Yuggoth at Independence Square. Not much going on in the north side area. Right now in Rivertown, Diana is in the Rivertown streets. Lola is at the graveyard, and we have a gate to the abyss at the Black Cave. In the Merchant District, we have a gate to Relay at the Unvisited Isle, and there's a gate at the Unnameable leading to another dimension that's guarded by a Dark Young. The French Hill is pretty quiet. We have a clue token at the Witch House, and that's about it. Nothing at all going on at Miskatonic University. And pretty much the same for the south side. And in the uptown we have a clue token at the woods. We also have the Spawn of Yog-Sothoth environment card in play. Basically all cultists have magical immunity, and whenever an investigator is lost in time and space, they have to make a will -1 check or be devoured. That's it for our overview this turn. We're going to pass the first player marker from Nim to Joe Diamond and move on to our upkeep. For upkeep this turn, the only thing we're going to do is Lola is going to cast Summon the Beast Within. Has a casting modifier of -2, and she has a lore of 4. And she got a success. She will get the Inner Beast special card. The Inner Beast effect says she gets a +1 to maximum stamina. Right now she's at maximum of 4, so she will have 4 out of possible 5 stamina. -2 to maximum sanity. She currently has 4 sanity, so that will be her maximum now because it was originally 6. She'll get +2 to combat checks and get 1 extra movement point. That's it for our upkeep. We're going to go on to our movement phase. Our first investigator, Joe Diamond, is in the final area of Relay, so he is going to leave Relay. He's going to come out of the gate with an Explorer token. Our next investigator, Diana, is going to go from the Rivertown streets to the Black Cave, where there's a gate to the Abyss. Next is our werewolf, Lola. She's going to try to take out some of the monsters in Arkham, so she's going to go from the graveyard to the Rivertown streets, then from the Rivertown streets to Easttown streets, and then finally from the Easttown streets to the downtown streets, where she's going to fight the witch and the ghoul. First we're going to fight the witch. The witch doesn't require a hard check, but she has -3 to combat checks, does 2 stamina damage, has 1 toughness and magical resistance. Lola has a fight of 4. She gets +2 to combat checks from Inner Beast. She also gets +2 to combat checks from her Derringer, and because the witch has magical resistance, she'll only get +2 to combat checks from her Gladius. This gives Lola a combat rating of +10, -3 from the witch. She will roll 7 die, and she needs 1 success. And we got a couple successes, so the witch goes down. She will gain 1 toughness worth of monster trophies. This brings her up to a total of 4. And we will fight the ghoul. The ghoul does require a hard check, +0. Lola has a will of 2, so we roll 2 die. She did not get a success. She does have the bravery skill though, so we're going to exhaust that and re-roll. And she still did not pass, so she will take 1 sanity damage, bringing her down to 3. Moving on to the combat check. The ghoul provides a -1 to combat checks, doing 1 stamina damage, has 1 toughness, and the ambush ability, which means we can't flee from it once combat's begun, which is totally fine because Lola's a werewolf and werewolves don't run from ghouls. Because the ghoul does not have magic resistance like the witch, she will get the full +4 to combat checks from her Gladius. This will give her a combat rating of 12 this turn. -1 from the ghoul. She will roll 11 die. Here are the first 5 die. And we did not get a success. Here are the other 6. And we got a few successes, so the ghoul goes down. This will bring her up to 5 toughness worth of monster trophies. And our final investigator, Min, will move further into the abyss. That's going to end our movement phase. We're going on to our Arkham Encounters phase. First, we have Joe Diamond at the Invisited Isle. He is going to attempt to close the gate to Relay. Joe has a lore of 0, but he has a fight of 5. So we use his fight. Relay has a -3 modifier to close, so we will roll 2 die. And he was successful in closing it. We will also spend 8 clue tokens to seal it. This will bring him down to 0 clue tokens. There was a gate to Relay. And now Joe has sealed it, and he has a gate trophy. Our next investigator, Diana, is at the Black Cave, and there's a gate to the Abyss, so she will get pulled through. As you can see, I made a huge mistake, and now we have 2 investigators in the Abyss. So not only is Diana not going to close an additional gate, but now Min has to wait an extra turn to try and seal it. Lola is in the downtown streets, so she will not have an encounter this turn. Alright, that ends our Arkham Encounters phase, so we're moving on to the Otherworld Encounters phase, where we're going to have 2 encounters in the Abyss. Alright, we have Diana and Min. They both need a red or blue Otherworld Encounter card. Our first investigator up is Min, and we drew a yellow encounter card. Alright, our next one is a red one, and the Abyss is not on there. So we'll go to Other. You wrestle shadows for what seems like days, only to emerge into a plane of blinding light. Lose either 1 stamina or 1 sanity. She has 5 sanity and 4 stamina, so we'll lose 1 sanity and bring her down to 4 of each. Our next card for Diana is a red one, and the Abyss is not on there. So we go to Other. For once, fortune is with you. No encounter. Thank you, game. I needed that. That'll be something else to help me make up for my huge mistake. Okay, that's it for our Otherworld Encounter phase. We're moving on to our Mythos phase. Okay, we will have a gate and a monster appear at the graveyard. Our gate will be the Plateau of Lang with a -1 modifier to close. And our monster is going to be a Bikey, a -2 to sneak, and is a flying monster. It has a -1 to hard checks, doing 1 sanity damage, +0 to combat checks, doing 2 stamina damage, and 1 toughness. Right now there is nothing at the graveyard. We will add our gate and our monster. A new gate opened up, so we add a Doom token to our Doom track. This will bring us up to 7 of 13. Now we'll have a clue appear at the Invisited Isle. Joe Diamond is already there, so he'll go ahead and pick it up. This will bring him up to 1 clue token. For monster movement, we have a circle and a hexagon monster. There is a circle on there, but it is our flying monster, the Bikey. Right now there is no investigators in the Rivertown streets, so the Bikey will move to the sky area. And finally we have the text of our Mythos card, the headline, Bizarre Couriers. They come bearing strange messages, wrapped in ragged cloaks and hiding their pale flesh. Those who receive packages from them shudder at the memory of them, saying that they have the appearance of plump, white grave worms. Investigators in Arkham may immediately trade items or money without being in the same location. However, each investigator involved in the transaction loses 1 sanity per item given or received. Well, we only have 2 investigators in Arkham, Joe Diamond and Lola. I think next turn, Joe is going to start going after clue tokens. We have a clue token at the witch's house and one at the woods. In order to help him, I think we're going to have Lola give Joe the press pass so he can get the extra clue token. Right now, Joe has a sanity of 4, so this will put him at 3, and Lola has a sanity of 3. This will put her down at 2. Alright guys, that is the end of turn number 5. Definitely a lot better than last turn. Had a lot more action, a lot more going on, and you even got to laugh at me for sending 2 investigators into the same gate. I can't promise it won't happen again, but I hope it doesn't. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next turn.